I don't have it on feedback.
No, I'm good.
I don't have it on.
Hey, there we are. We are live. Welcome to the pregame show.
Oh, this is live.
Is it live? Yeah, it's live. Yep.
Is it live?
John's speaker's on.
John, you gotta turn that off.
Yeah, it's a little loud. There we go. That's better.
Having technical difficulties over here.
Yeah, it happens.
New people.
All right, let's try this again. Welcome to the pregame show.
That's it. Welcome to Fish Talk Live pregame show. We're just checking our ends, make sure everything's ready, allowing you all to get a chance to sign on, comment, hello, hi, how are you?
And don't forget to share the show.
Exactly. Hopefully you guys did a good week of fishing because we had some stunning weather this week.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. Finally.
Yeah, consistent weather. There's going to be some consistent catching fish here shortly.
Yeah, it's starting to stabilize. We did pretty good out there this past couple of days. I got to post yesterday's. I haven't done that. It's great. One of my regulars says Bob Harmon. We celebrated his 92nd birthday.
Holy smokes, that's a birthday.
I had a birthday cake.
Shape of red.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's a pregame show. Just wait for everybody to get on. And like I said, don't forget to share this on your Facebook.
Share it with friends, share it to your enemies. Just make sure you share it and like the post. We keep these rolling. Got a good show coming up this evening. Got some live folks in here. They're on ice. We got a pretty good show ahead of us. I look forward to it. Just making sure everybody's up and ready. Let us know how y'all are doing.
Yep. And hopefully John's speaker's not on anymore.
No, it's not on. But Billy, your mom says hi.
Hi, Mom. So we do have John on the hot mic over here. He's checking all of our comments, keeping up with y'all, making sure that we stay in line and keep rolling smooth. So
Yeah, definitely.
just if you hear that random voice with no face attached to it,
That would be me.
That would be John.
Yeah. It's got a fresh new haircut too. So.
All righty, we'll be right back after this commercial and we'll get the show started.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision.
We had some good high tides, yeah.
Make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
Welcome to
Fish Talk Live,
All right, we made it.
presented by Ozella Keith Marina and our friends over at Power Pole. How about that?
Gotta.
Oh, my mic is off too.
It happens. It happens. One little green dot away from me and overseen.
It's not a red dot.
That's it.
Billy, I'd say we're going to start with an airboat fishing report.
Yeah. So how was it out there this week?
That's right. Billy's had the last few days off, and I tell you what, the winds had stopped, but then they picked back up. We went from low waters, high winds, cooler weather to high waters, hot weather, and
Drastic changes.
yeah, on and off wind. But I can tell you this, you know, since that we had that warmer, consistent weather, it's shuffled these fish around all over the place.
Absolutely.
You know, especially going from cool to hot, like it has been the past couple of days.
Yeah, it has some pretty cool mornings. It's dropped down to like the low 50s,
Yeah.
or high 50s, I should say. And coming up to 80 something today.
What's really neat, Billy, is you can tell that those fish are ready to be out on the reef, from the snook and the redfish especially. You know, with those negative tides we've had,
Oh, yeah.
we've been finding them staged up, you know, just before the reef on the drop-offs and the trenches and the channels.
Pretty sight.
It's beautiful, and it's so gin clear out there. You can see them clear as day running on a low tide, these airboats. And then as soon as that tide starts flooding in, it's pretty cool. You can sit there and watch them just flood and
That's
flood
awesome.
and floods. And just follow the mullet. I mean, they literally follow the trends of the mullet. You can see them jumping out in the Rock Island Channel, and then, you know, as soon as the tide comes up, they're jumping right along the bank. So it's pretty
Following that feast.
self-explanatory. The only thing that I cannot explain is the trout.
Hmm.
So hopefully Mario can chime in a little bit on the trout. But I got to imagine, Mario, I mean, they should be taking off to foul area. You know, they've held off long enough, right?
Yeah, I'm going to guess that they're going to be all, the majority of the spawning fish are going to be out into the foul area, onto the open flats. Start targeting that 4 to 7 foot of water here very shortly. One interesting thing that I saw is we were fishing inside of a lot of these creek mouths on the deeper drop-offs for the trout, and I believe the sheep's head have started migrating back in, because I've been seeing lots of schools of good-sized sheep's head coming back in to the backcountry from
Nice.
offshore. So hopefully we'll be able to catch a few of those. We usually catch them kind of on accident. It's something I don't target when we're in the when we're fishing inshore. But while we're catching redfish, if you're using shrimp, a lot of times we do hook onto some of these pretty good-sized sheep's head. But starting to see them flood back in. They're taking place of where the trout were. So I'm pretty sure these trout are going to be out on the open flats. I'm gonna end up trying it this weekend. We're gonna try out in close to the foul area, maybe some areas between the foul area and Rock Island, and see if they're out there.
Teddy was out at the foul area today and caught a handful of trout.
Nice.
Yeah, good deal.
Well, if Teddy can catch a handful, then the rest of us look pretty good.
Limits, here we go.
Teddy, did you end up going hog fishing with your dad?
Hopefully.
I'd like to know
Sounds
about
like a
that.
darn good time.
So I tell you what, man, it sounds like they had a pretty epic start to their day yesterday with it, but I don't know if those winds allowed them to get out there or not.
They
but
did not.
They did not.
Yeah, pushing out into that deeper water on a higher wind day is not enjoyable.
Not fun at all.
No.
You know, so we've got our friends from the CCBA here tonight to talk about the tournament coming up. Whoop, whoop. That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to be doing that on the Iron Day Matthews State Farm casting couch with Captain Mario. But before we get into that, you know, it's something we haven't done in a long time.
Oh.
Is, I don't even know how to say it properly, but how do we used to label it? If we're going fishing tomorrow, when are we going? What are we using? What time are we leaving?
Something of that nature, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep, yep.
And where we're going, because I have no clue.
When, where, and how are we going to do
When,
this?
where, and how. So, Mario, if you were going fishing tomorrow, first, what time would you be leaving based off tides, tide schedules, and that sort of stuff? What would you be primarily bringing with you? Artificial, live bait, what type? And whereabouts? What general area, without giving those secret spots up?
Well, since you asked that way, I think the redfish bite has been really good here the past 3 or 4 days. I would definitely be starting with the redfish first thing in the morning. As soon as the bait comes in, I'm getting a tank full of shrimp. I got a couple of pinfish traps out there. We'll grab a couple of pinfish. Snook fishing's been pretty good also. They're going to be in the same general areas as the redfish, pushed out a little bit further off the shoreline from the reds. So if I was going to target the snook and the reds both, I would start further off of the shoreline, shut down early, trolling motor or push pole in. You get within 150 feet of the shore, I would start casting pinfish. and just clear that area first so you know there's not any snook in there. Then work my way towards these islands, all the outside islands. Any of these islands, from Mangrove Point to Chaz Point, all this stuff on the outside. Look for the jumping mullet or rolling, milling mullet. As long as they're active, you're gonna find your redfish. Like I said, the snook will be a little bit further offshore. Off the bank, not offshore, but they'll probably be 30 to 40 feet further off the shorelines than the redfish will. But gonna throw a lot of shrimp. Always throw shrimp. You always want to have a good amount of shrimp with you, no matter if you're red fishing, trout fishing, doing whatever. It's always good to have it. Oh yeah, it's
Like 2 dozen or 200?
It's usually 200. I think Gary's putting a new button on the register for Mario 200.
Yeah.
You get 200.
Like every other day, Mario's getting between 200 and 250.
200 shrimp.
And then Teddy follows through as well, 200.
Oh yeah, and you get a tank full of decent-sized pinfish for the snook. And we've actually the other day, my wife and her dad went out, and we ended up finding a handful of lemon sharks while we were red fishing.
Oh,
And
wow.
We ended up taking some of those bigger pinfish and grunts and putting them on my big rigs, and we ended up catching a couple of those, that's always fun to do.
Now, how are you hooking up those pinfish for this?
I'm hooking it right through the lips on a jig. Yeah, 3/8 ounce jig, something heavy. If I'm snook fishing, I'll free line them. But if I'm looking for the sharks, I'm putting them on 40-pound wire, 40-pound regular leader on a 30-pound rig, and we're just free lining them. Or excuse me, for the snook, we're free lining them out. For the sharks, we're just letting them sit on the bottom.
I think it just won me over on how I would go fishing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I would go with cut bait, and I'd go chasing sharks.
it's fun.
That sounds like a guaranteed bent
I'm
rod.
telling you, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. And every now and again, you'll see the tarpon rolling through, and yeah, when the tarpon come by, just grab your snook rig and throw it out there with one of those pinfish, and hopefully you get one of those guys too.
I love starting to see those big old silver kings moving in. The ones I'm seeing are still on the juvenile side, but I can't wait to start seeing that
That's
5
the
to
ones
7
that I
footers.
want. I don't want them big giants. I'll take a 50-pounder over a 100-pounder any day.
Yeah, I don't have the equipment for that big a fish.
Sounds familiar.
That was pretty dang detailed. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
That's gonna put mine to shame.
Mario, do you cut the tail partial or all off, or not at all?
I do when I'm shark fishing. For the snook, every now and again, what I'll do is I'll grab a pair of pliers and snap the top of the tail off, just so it makes a little bit of vibration. But when I'm shark fishing, I cut almost the complete tail off without it bleeding. So he just can't swim around. He's just going to sit there and wiggle on that jig, and that usually attracts those sharks. Usually, if you throw it out in front of one of these sharks and they don't bite it within 10 or 15 seconds, just crank it back in and just keep throwing it at them. You got to bother them until they eat, but that vibration really helps for the sharks. But for the snook, yes, I'll just take a pair of pliers and just snap the top of the tail off, and leave it attached, and he swims around and makes a funny vibration, and it seems to work pretty good.
Keep them doing circles.
All right. Well, I tell you what, mine's not gonna be anywhere near that detail, but after seeing these just crazy tide swings, definitely off schedule too. One thing I really notice is the back portion, let's say like P Pass area, that line going into Fish Creek as well. I'm sure over to Mason's Creek, that whole stretch of line there. It's real stirred up.
Pretty dark looking waters.
No, not dark. It's like that soft, or what's it called?
It's like silty.
Yeah, it's a real
got a haze to it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
cloudy, yeah.
But one thing I noticed is the amount of finger mullet that's back there, especially in the P Pass area. I think right now I would be out there with one of those walking mullet top waters, or any type of top water. I've really grown partial to those walking mullets, and I would be hammering away on some top water action. The other thing I noticed too was over in like Deep Creek area, where it just gets real. You get all that rock grass, that kelp everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I know for a fact I saw some big old jumbo trout just push out of
I'm
that.
sure there's still a good handful of them in there.
So again, I would be out there right now, this time of the day. That water is dropping out pretty fast, and I would be throwing top water.
That sounds like a good time also.
Yeah. So, but the other thing I would be doing is I'd be going out and looking for triple tail and cobia because they've got to be here.
Those
soon.
days are here. I mean, if not here, they're tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw plenty of boats, near shore and slightly offshore from the reef today, and I don't know if they're looking for trout or cobia, but
Right, playing in that 6 to 8 foot of water area.
it's got to be coming. All right, well, that being said, I think that's a pretty good rundown for a fishing report. So let's hit a commercial break, and then when we come back, let's go ahead and talk to our guests from the CCBA with Captain Mario over there on the tackle table talk. Or do we want to do Catch of the Week first? Let's do Catch of the Week first. Are we doing commercial break? You got to talk to me, Bree. Commercial break or... All right, let's do Catch of the Week real quick. Billy, if you want to head over there and let them know what they're thinking. Boom.
Oh, there we are.
There it is. That's a catch right there.
Take up like, there we go. Look at those fish. There's a mess of them.
I see a doormat there, too.
No joke. Very nice, Mr. Chu. Like seeing how much he's getting out fishing.
Seriously.
Very nice. Jessica,
Jessica's
you guys are
always
always out there meleeing fish. Very nice trout. My goodness.
Captain Jessica.
Beautiful little red. Very nice. Mr. Lanier's son. Getting out there on the kayak.
Teaching Matt how to do
That's
it.
it. Miss Laura got out there with Mr. Largale. Happy to see that.
Yeah, that's one of mine.
One of Mario's catches.
Look at those defined spots on those trout.
Yeah.
Early morning.
Very nice. So if you haven't been having luck catching fish, ask these people. They're doing well.
All Captain Mario.
Just ask Mario then.
Nick with
Very
a nice
nice red.
fish.
Getting out there on the kayaks. Love it.
Reed Brown.
Good looking red. That one's almost looks silver. Where'd the redfish go?
Captain
Very
Teddy.
nice.
Shoopy doop.
Shoop a loop.
There's a good looking redfish.
Good looking hats, too.
Yeah, absolutely. You had a good week. Like to see it, Teddy.
Yeah. All right, let's hit a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be with our
back.
guests from the CCBA.
Here in Florida, every name tells a story. Just saying Ian, Nicole, or Michael brings about strong memories. But then there's Adam and Gary. Together, their teams helped rescue over 3,500 people. And Vicky, she used her food truck to feed the community.
Thank you so much, guys.
And Andy, he flew medical aid to devastated communities. But then there's Shane, Clyde, and Robert. Together, they have more than 60 years of storm experience. They stand with an FPL team of thousands, ready to respond. So as the next storm approaches, just know we're prepared. Here in Florida, every name tells a story, and every name is important. Because together, we can weather any storm. Here in
Whoops. Welcome to the Allende Matthews State Farm Casting Couch. I am Captain Mario Castello, and we have here Kayla and James with the CCBA. They're going to talk about what's happening this year with the tournament this year. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
And we'll go ahead and just start with that right now. The CCBA. Everybody knows you have this tournament every year. Where is it going to be based out of?
It is going to be at McCrae's of Homosassa. It is, captain's meeting is on April 26th at 6 p.m. And then the tournament is actually going to be Saturday and Sunday, the 27th and the 28th.
Okay, good deal. Where would everyone sign up for all that?
So if they want to go ahead and sign up, we do have trifolds in office. We've had several of our committee members also taking them out to the local boat ramps that they can probably find in the bait shops there, or on windshields of cars, finding them out there. You can also register online at www.ccbuildingalliance.com. You can go to the events tab, and then have the fishing tournament on there. It is our 29th annual fishing tournament this year. It's pretty amazing.
I remember going to a lot of the tournaments. Oh gosh, probably about 15 years ago was the last time I fished one. It's been a while, but I don't do a whole lot of tournament stuff, but I know all the viewers out there, they love it.
Oh, absolutely. We have anglers that have been coming to this for years that have really enjoyed coming back and being a part of it, and giving back to our benefiting partner is the local chapter, Aaron Weaver chapter of the Military Order of the Purple Heart. So they love coming and having the captain's meeting on Friday night and then doing the band and everything on Saturday. It's really a great time, as well as doing the tournament throughout the whole entire weekend.
And we actually get a number of captains in the area that volunteer their time.
That's right.
To take veterans out at no cost.
Right.
Yeah.
To fish. And I mean, technically, I guess they're in the tournament, but it's more of fun time because a lot of these old timers can't spend a whole day out power fishing like the heavy hitters do.
Yeah, it's good for everybody, that's for sure. Give us a little bit of history about the CCBA tournament, like how it started off, when it started, different things like that. Can you talk to us about all that?
Yeah, we're like Kayla said, we're in the 29th year. Next year, I'm sure when we come on with you guys, we'll have something big set up going into the big
30th year.
We've got some anglers that have fished it from day one and not ever missed one. Told every year that it's a lot of people, a lot of the regulars that do the whole local circuit. It's one of their favorites. We've done it at the plantation at some point. For a number of years, we did it out of Riverside in Homosassa. And then Riverside changed hands. COVID came into the picture. We actually had to postpone the 2020 tournament because it's April every year, and that was right after COVID. Nobody wanted to do anything. So we made that a fall tournament, but that was in the process of Riverside changing hands and different things going on there. And I reached out to Gator McRae, and I don't want to see it leave Homosassa, so here we are.
That's awesome.
Now, how do we get a hold of like the rules and the regulations? I know all these different local tournaments have different rules. You got to be able to see them because the rules change from place to place. Is there somewhere we can actually view the rules and to see if these guys are actually wanting to fish the tournament so they can view them?
Go ahead. Particular tournament rules for this tournament is you can have them online. We do have the trifold and the registration. It's there available through the link. But we do follow the FWC rules and regulations for fishing,
of course,
and what theirs are. So
definitely.
You can find them online.
They're online, and every bait shop in the area's got them now. Tackle store, everything else. So they're all over the place now.
Okay, good deal.
It's a live or dead tournament. Last year we started a couple of new things. One of which checkout is on the honor system.
That's right.
Previous years, you had to check out either Homosassa, McRae's.
Right, you were holding up. You had to hold
up your card.
Yep.
And of course, everybody loves fishing out of Ozello and Ozello Keys Marina, and so a lot of them were like, "Do I really have to go to Homosassa or Crystal River?" And 2 years ago, Gary stepped in. Actually, 3 years ago, I think. For 2 years, they stepped in, and so this was a checkout, and then it just got to the point that, you know what? I think we can trust these people, and there's a polygraph anyway.
Right,
so
at the end.
That's right.
I think we can trust them to no lines in the water before 6, and let's go from there.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about coming out of here, Ozello Keys Marina. You're going to be the first one out.
That's
if
right.
you're going out of Crystal River or Homosassa,
That's right.
it takes you forever to get down out of the river.
There's a
Started
long
your
idle
destination.
zone in Homosassa.
Oh yeah, I love it.
And like he said, we are doing the honor system. So the tournament starts, lines in, not before 6. 6 a.m. is when the start time is. And weigh-in is at McRae's at 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon.
Okay. Are you doing like a partial weigh-in like on Saturday as
Yes.
well?
We will have scales open on most of the afternoon Saturday.
Okay.
For those that get a good catch on Saturday. We obviously get a lot busier on Sunday. Last year,
Weather was
a little
crazy.
chaotic. We flooded out, literally weighing fish on the east side of the street.
That's right. It was still a good time. Great memories were made,
Gotta
definitely.
do what you got to do. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Made it happen.
For
We
sure.
threw it together and made it happen.
Now, is there a time limitation between the 2 days? I know there was a 6 a.m. start on the Saturday. Now, is there another separate start on the Sunday, or is it just from
Nope.
Saturday to Sunday altogether?
Nope.
Yep.
We have fishermen that choose to do overnight, which they're more than welcome to. As we stated, the Saturday night, there will be courtesy scales that are available for weigh-in for bag limits and as such. So it just depends on what each angler prefers. We do have an amazing band that's going to be there on Saturday night. DC and the Whiskey Band?
Yes.
Is exactly what it is. So we're going to be having that on Saturday night. So if they want to come in and be able to get off the water and check their bags and, do the weights and everything, and then be able to have a drink and enjoy some music, they're more than welcome to. Or if they want to take that stuff with them on the boat and have the party out there too while they're fishing, then more power to them. Just as long as they're there Sunday by 3 for weigh-in, then we're good to go.
So with that, how do we get a free entry into this?
So we have one that we are giving away this evening.
Oh,
Glad
Woo,
you asked.
woo.
giving
That's
one
right.
away this evening?
That's right.
Only giving one, huh?
Yeah, only one. So our payout, it will be a full payout with 150 boat entries. Our maximum entries is 200. Right now, as of the end of the day today at 5 o'clock, last time I checked, we were right at about 130 boat entries. So we are very close to a full boat payout, and we take entries all the way up through the captain's meeting on Friday night out at McRae's. So it's $165 for the boat entry. I would go ahead, it's $25 for the Homosassa Slam. If you guys want to participate in that, there's more information about that in the trifolds at the bait shops as well as online. We also are kind of
Touch on the
overseeing.
slam. We did change the slam last year too. Seemed to be
Yeah, that's right.
pretty popular. I know I like it better. We used to do a 5-bag limit of trout total weight,
Yep, it's
and
changed.
now it is 1 trout, 1 snook, 1 redfish.
Nice.
Right.
Total weight.
Yep. good
Yep,
deal.
help on that kill
A
rate.
true slam.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Definitely.
Now, since we're talking about that, what other categories do we have in there? Can you name all the categories that you can actually win money and prizes?
So there's 3 different categories. There's the trout, well, technically 4. There's the trout, then there's redfish, and there's the Jack Crevalle, but also we're doing the most spots for the redfish as well.
Oh, I got you.
So there's technically 4 categories, 3 different fish, but 4 categories.
Yep. I remember last time I fished it, I ended up winning the spot.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
This was
What's the
long,
most you've
long-
seen?
The most I've ever seen? Oh my gosh. We were fishing in on the east coast of Florida in Edgewater, and we caught one that had well over 100 on it.
Jeez,
100 spots, both sides,
Has
more
to
than
take
50.
a while to
touching.
count all of them.
No, none of them touching. Yeah.
Jeez,
How many was
Louise.
that?
But,
100.
Yeah, over 100.
Over 100.
Speckled sea trout fish.
But that was that's
Redfish.
over on the east coast. Yeah, that's where they do a lot of inbreeding in that Edgewater, that north end of the Mosquito Lagoon, Indian River Lagoon area. And I think that's probably why they have a whole lot of spots on them. But
Wow.
yeah, it looked like a leopard. It was pretty cool.
So also want to let you guys know that for all of the anglers out there that also have kids that also want to be out there and fish, part of the fishing tournament, we also help support Citrus Construction Academy puts on a youth angler fishing tournament. That is going to be, they can come at the captain's meeting on Friday for check-in and registration as well. But their tournament is going to be Saturday. So there's a lot of anglers that go ahead and they put them in the kids category, in the kids fishing tournament, but they're also eligible as long as they're on the boat and they're listed to be in the regular tournament as well. So it's been, from what I understand from history, there's been people that have gone and done the kids as well as winning the most, I think the most spots, was it? for last year or the year before.
To some
Yeah, to some
young people.
kids.
Good deal.
Pretty
So,
cool.
and they're also doing, anybody under the age of 18 is able to enter Yamaha boats, as well as Apopka Marine, who's our presenting sponsor. They are giving away a boat as well. So it's a free, yep, you have to be there.
Trailer.
Boat, motor, and trailer.
Hey.
Heck yeah, right? So the only stipulation is you have to be there when they draw your name. So,
So
but
does that
it's,
mean Brody's going to get a new boat?
yeah, a good, hey, he has a great chance. So that's something
cool.
also that's available. Information's available online for that as well.
That's awesome. All right, talk to us about the prizes given.
Prize money.
Talk to us.
So first place for trout is $5,000. Second place is $1,500. Third place is $750. For redfish, it is $4,000 for first place, $1,500 for second place, and $750 for third. There's only first and second place for the most spots, as for the Jack Crevalle. For most spots, it's $500, as well as for second place, it's $300, and for Jack Crevalle, it's $150 for first place and $50 for second.
All right, and you said you had a
And the Homosassa
Oh, the
Slam is the
slam, yeah.
$500.
good deal.
$500 Homosassa Slam.
A lot of prize money to be
A lot of prize money. It's
be
about a
won out
$15,000 total payout.
Wow.
So as long as we get those anglers registered, we'll have a total payout worth $15,000 altogether.
And you said you have a maximum amount of boats that can enter on this tournament.
The maximum amount of boat entries is 200.
Okay, and
And
you're
we got
already at
very
like
close to that last year.
right.
We're right at about
You're at
130.
130-ish?
Yep.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're 20 away from a full payout, and then we're the math on that
Yeah,
from
so you
200. So
You gotta
70 away, or 70 away from
70 away.
200.
Yeah, so you gotta enter now. If you're gonna enter
Yes.
it, you need to enter it like as soon as you can because there's not gonna be a whole lot of spots left.
That's right.
Definitely.
That's
So
all.
And
how
you-
many people actually fish on a boat for these tournaments? I don't tournament fish, so I was just curious.
There's no limit. I'd say probably an average about 3.
Yeah.
You'll have some
Comfortably.
come in with 4 or 5, but I'd say
Depends
an
on
average probably 3.
casting.
A lot of them might be 2. Very rarely is there a single boat and a single person.
So it's like a team effort thing, yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen in registration in previous years where some people have done kayaks too.
Yeah.
There's some people have gone out
we
for
gotta-
single-handedly and done kayaks and brought fish in and whatnot.
We got to get Carlos and Matt.
No joke.
Yeah.
Hope you're paying attention,
Yeah.
Carlos.
Well, like I said, they're able to register a couple different ways. They can come into the office at the CCBA. They can go ahead and find some of the trifolds for registration at the bait shops, or they can go online, www.ccbuildingalliance.com, and you can register online and do payment there.
Good deal.
All right.
It was,
very
it was great
nice.
having you guys
Thank you
here.
guys very much for having us.
Every year you guys come up and we talk about it every year, and hopefully this tournament is as good or better than any of the rest of them.
We
that
hope
we've had.
it's going to be. We
just
hope
hope for lower
to
waters.
raise the bar every year. That's right.
Right.
There you go. We're great. Yeah. Hopefully that kayak thing sounds pretty interesting too. So
Right.
that would be pretty awesome if we get some of our star kayak anglers out here.
Right.
2 kayak guy in the state right now.
Yeah, he's number two.
Number
Matt's
two.
Really?
number 1. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. If we can get both of them to fish that tournament against each other.
Get your registration in now.
That's it.
Oh.
Oh.
No rule against it.
So I guess so.
Billy?
Going up front. You
Fishing.
yeah. I'll be up front. You paddle.
Oh, that's funny.
I'd still be worried about Carlos, even against the both of you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's the Hispanic causing panic, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He's
To say the
just started
least.
fishing that Florida Redfish series on the kayak, and man, he is way up there. He's placing second in overall right now.
Overall, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so proud of that kid. I mean, he's doing so good. All right, we're going to a commercial, and we will be back, and hopefully we'll see you then.
Awesome.
I'm Ryan Wiggins, General Manager of Abyss Battery, and I'm here to give you some tech tips and insight on lithium batteries. When selecting a trolling motor battery, it's important to take into consideration the size of your boat and how you're fishing, or even where you're fishing. The current trolling motors on the marketplace are capable of pulling 55 amps at full throttle. So a 60 amp hour battery is only gonna last an hour if you're running the trolling motor hard. Make sure you know what you're buying before you invest thousands of dollars and put it on your boat.
Alrighty, everyone, we are back at the Nature Coast Financial Advisors Tackle Table Talk. Going to be talking about tackle on the table with some talk.
Yeah, that's about it.
How about that CCBA tournament, Billy? You know, I feel like we fished that one the last few years. Lots of fun.
We have had a lot of fun with it. We definitely played a little further south than we usually do last year.
Yeah.
Maybe that was 2 years ago.
What I like about it the most is, you know, it's exactly how it says. It's a family fun tournament.
Oh, very much so.
This year I want to fish it with Brody. You know, I'm trying to prepare Brody. Jacob, getting pretty old with his age, so I want to prepare Brody for like the Florida Redfish Series, you know, later on. So I think this is a good start here, and I think you have a lot of fun and bring a lot of competition.
I know he would have a lot of fun
and
with
win
it.
a boat.
No, there's great chances for it.
That's it. All right, so some of the most important things about these tournaments is the bait, and the bait.
Yeah.
And then some more bait, I think, right?
Yep, most definitely.
So that being said, you know, what's a good way to catch bait if your local bait shops don't have them? Pinfish, very tough for bait shops to hold, so they're getting tougher and tougher to find the supplies for them for the bait shops. And
yeah, unless you're out there robbing somebody else's traps, the easiest way to go about it is going to be on a Sabinki style rig.
Sabinki style rig, absolutely. One of the great things keeping your boat, but if you're like us, they're a one-time use.
They're a pain to put back in the package.
They are. They're an absolute pain to put back in the package. They're dangerous if you leave them around. Mm-hmm. So having a great tool for those sabikis is a sabiki rod. Super simple. As you can see, there's no eyes. Yep, no eyes on that thing. Except one right at the tip. So your hooks are actually going inside this fiberglass rod. I
thought it was a bang stick with a reel.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. The one that we keep is the Ahi. You know, I'll be honest with you. Got it on Amazon.
Yeah.
I mean,
great product.
Yeah, you don't really find them in too many bait shops here. I think it's an East Coast thing. But it sits in our storage locker for our rods and everything. So if I'm going to go, especially on a grouper charter, I'm always bringing this. Super easy to pull out, use.
It's nice when you just in that instance of like playing in the grouper areas and you do happen to run out of bait as far as your live oil, your pumps quit, you know, anything of that nature, and your live bait scenario drops, tossing that right over in the same exact spot you're fishing for grouper, you're going to be able to pull up all the bait that those grouper are going to want.
For sure.
And be able to catch them right off the rig.
Now let's talk about these sabikis. They're made with Seagar fluorocarbon. Yep. Hayabusa. Hayabusa is a great company, has great products. Some of this stuff, you know, we use on the daily, like these sabiki rigs. Like to keep these in stock in the store at all times for the people that say, hey, you got any pinfish? And we just stick it out there like that. You know, good quality stuff. Cannot speak highly enough about them.
Sharp little hooks.
They're very sharp. Then you got the bigger ones. You know, I mean, this stuff is definitely for, you know, it says right on the packet. It says it right on the packet, blue runners. We don't get a lot of blue runners on our side. But if you're going over the East Coast, if you can get a blue runner, that's going to be a money ticket for some of those bigger fish they get over there. So they make them up to these bigger sizes. And then...
Funny, playing on our shallow coast, I never even knew that was an option. That big of a sabinki.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that one's big.
That was an option.
This was actually the medium option. This is the really big option here. Again, all Hayabusa stuff. Oh, and we got another good looking. I thought that was a fly rig at first, but it's another sabiki there. All right. Now, Billy, I'm going to challenge you on this one. What is that?
Heavy.
Yeah, pretty much heavy. That is
a spoon to knock out redfish with.
Yeah, right? No joke.
So that's your slow jigging. I mean,
that's deep drop jigging right there.
We do not do a whole lot of this, but we're going to be doing this soon, and I'll explain more in a later show. I haven't even told Billy about this little venture we're going to be going on, which we're going to be using this bad boy right here for.
Always interesting.
I'm really excited. Same with that one there.
Yeah, jack eye, slow.
Yeah. Now, what's cool about these, too, is they're not just meant for the other coast. If you get out to that 20, 30-foot range here, and I'm really excited to go
get around some good structures.
Yeah. You can melee some gag grouper on this thing.
Oh yeah.
With that shine and as fast as it drops,
You're gonna get that reaction bite.
yeah. So I mean, if you can't find your live bait source, and then if you got one of these Hayabusa sabikis that you can't catch your own live bait, you're gonna get one of these Hayabusa slow drop. What are they called, Mario?
Deep drop.
jigs.
Yeah.
Is it a deep drop or a slow jig?
No, it's made for high speed. Yeah, it shouldn't be a slow jig.
So
That's a
when
high
you whip
speed
it
jig.
really hard, you might be able to hit them.
Yeah, but I'm thinking it's gonna work for grouper.
I don't see why it
I'm
wouldn't
gonna try
be
that.
100% honest with you.
I've caught them before on those. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I do not see why it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Bring ibuprofen with you because you're gonna have sore shoulders.
200 gram.
Yeah, but guys, check out Hayabusa. You can find them just about anywhere.
Big line of products.
Awesome company, great product. Cannot speak enough about them. Really excited to use this stuff, and I'm really excited. We should actually try this for shallow water grouper. Because I bet
be
you,
curious.
now that I'm thinking about this more,
Toss them like we would a trolling rig.
And you know, that's an interesting question. Somebody just asked, how far do you have to go out to use that?
I mean, comfortably, I'd probably say to 15 to 25 foot comfortably, and beyond that. Anything beyond.
let me see this thing.
I've personally used them in 55 feet.
55?
55
Yeah.
and deeper. Yeah.
I could see that.
I would
I'll,
think at 15 feet, it'd be there in like a half a second.
Yeah. It'd be one of those ones because it is shaped like that pencil. It's dropping fast. It'd be kind of like Mario said, work that shoulder, and you'd almost just be ripping it along the bottom. Something on the smaller side like this wouldn't hurt you as bad. If you're playing in the shallow water. What's that?
200.
Holy smokes, yeah, deep.
I tell you what, I would put a challenge on
I
this.
haven't seen that deep of water off our coast since I was a kid.
I'll put a challenge on this that I'll catch a grouper in less than 5 foot with this.
I'd like to see
All
that.
day long. And those hooks are sharp.
Just found out, huh?
Yeah, super sharp.
Snagging does not count.
I think some of
Snagging
those
does not
sandier spots, you know, like the rock piles that just have the sand around them. The
Yeah.
ledges would be hard, but that stuff, I think that you could dust the hell out of that bottom with this and really aggravate the
Be able to
stuff.
produce.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch a grouper in 5 foot of water with that. I promise you. Besides that, Billy, what's some of the other key stuff that we should be bringing with us for the CCBA fishing tournament?
I would definitely, being that you get to start at 6 a.m., I'd be looking for a top water. If it's a nice calm morning, be able to hammer out some good sized trout, redfish, and the snook. They're all a great top water fish, but to be able to get out of that early sun up, I would 100% be playing that game with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of my favorite things to get to do, and being in a tournament that starts that early, that'd be my first go-to.
Definitely bringing along the walking mullet on that one. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sorry, Brianna, you just said something. What was it?
He's on.
He's all right. So we've actually got the guy behind the Hayabusa line live with us right now.
How about it?
Can you hear us out there?
Yes, I can. So sorry, I messed up my time schedule.
No,
I totally forgot you guys were on the Eastern time.
no worries.
I appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. So first, can you tell everyone your name and where you're calling in from?
Sure. My name is Kazuki Kitajima. I am from Hayabusa, USA. We are located in Dallas, Texas, which is Central Time.
We had somebody call in last week from South Africa, and we really botched the times on that one. But thank God that guy was a night owl, and he called in at 1 o'clock in the morning his time. So,
Yeah. Same thing we said.
so tell us a little bit about. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just so glad I was able to get on the call. So thank you for having me.
I appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about Hayabusa. How long ago did it start? You know, where can we find some of these items? You know, we were just talking about the sabiki rigs. I kind of put a challenge out there that this, first of all, what is the name for this type of jig? What is the general name for it? The heavy, this 10-pound weight.
So that's a jig for vertical jigging for offshore. It's one of our new items coming out this year. It's called Jakai Funemaki, which means like offshore reeling. Like it's usually vertical jig, you get a lot, right? But that particular jig, it's got this little spin tail on it. So you just need to reel it slow and then trigger the bite. It's a pretty
Vertical
cool
jig. That was the name I was looking for earlier. Vertical jig.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I put a challenge out there to my brother Billy over here that I'm going to catch a grouper in 5 feet of water with this thing. just watch. I'll even send you the video. I'm excited about it. So what all type of products does Hayabusa have? Is it, we've got the sabikis here, we've got these vertical jigs. What else do you guys do?
So we are probably most well known for the sabiki product, but we do also have like the vertical jig. It's kind of newer product. We also have regular saltwater hooks, tackle hook, live bait hooks, stuff like that. Also, we are pretty popular for bass hooks. We've been in the market for the bass hook about 7 years now, and we've got a few national tour pro using our stuff, and it's been pretty popular too. So, yeah.
Sweet.
And the freshwater side of life.
Can you go directly online to your all's website to purchase this, and what is that website?
Yes, sir. Our website is hayabusafishing.com, and you can purchase all the items we carry.
Oh, very nice.
Beautiful. Good deal. Well, I do know that we want to start carrying some of these sabiki rigs. They are really good stuff. We were checking out the quality of them. We didn't have one hook break off on us when we were using them the other day. And we do have a question. So, John, go ahead and chime in here.
So Dale would like to know, how do they tie those tiny knots on the hooks?
On the sabikis? That's a great question.
Solid question.
That's a great question. Yes, actually, all our sabikis are made in Vietnam. They are like Vietnamese people. They are really good at with their hands. So we have so many like specialty people that makes those rigs every day. So it's like they're professional sabiki makers. So and they're really good at the hand. So that's why we are able to make a consistent quality every time we make it, and that's our product is well known for its high quality products. So.
That's pretty cool. Made in Vietnam.
Wow, that's a lot of knot tying. I know after tying 10 FG knots a day, I'm in tears. So that's really impressive. Well, awesome. Good deal. And how long, I think I missed this earlier. I might not have asked. How long has Hayabusa been around now?
Actually, we are 50 years now. It's been a long time.
Wow.
It's a very old company. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good deal. And are you going to be at ICAST by chance? I want to say we met you last year, but I'm going to make a point to stop by the booth and talk to you this year and introduce ourselves in person.
Sure. Yes, we will be at the ICAST.
Beautiful. Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Unless you've got anything else, we're excited to get some of these in the shop, start carrying these, because it's really hard to come by a good sabiki that's just not going to fall apart on you, and these are good quality, so we're going to start carrying these bad boys. But we really appreciate you coming on the show tonight, and we'll see you here in July.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me, for sure.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank
Thank you, guys.
All right, there we go.
That's cool.
Good deal. That company's been around a long time.
It has. It has.
But you can
I
always...
remember seeing Hayabusa growing up as a kid, especially playing at, some of our local bait shops that were here when we were kids.
Yeah.
And they always had some of their tackle in there, which is pretty cool.
We can always tell a good company that's been around that long, so
Lots
awesome.
of support.
And I'm not joking. Actually, this one right here...
Oh, now you're going to change it up to the
No,
half
I'll
pound,
still
huh?
use that. I'll still use that for sure. So, all right, Billy, remind everyone what we're giving away tonight, because this is one of our bigger prizes of the year.
Yes, it is. So tonight we are going to be giving away a entry fee to the CCBA fishing tournament coming up. And what is it, $160 entry fee? Is that what you said?
I'm sorry.
What was the entry fee worth? $165 entry fee.
And how many, by the way, how many anglers does that cover?
So it's as many as they have on the boat, but typically, as James said before, it's between 3, sometimes 4 anglers on your boat, depending on the
Nice.
size.
But the 165.
It's for the boat entry. So
Got it.
That's awesome.
If they, however many they want on their boat comfortably, to where they're not whacking each other's poles.
Yeah.
They're catching and hooking each other.
This entry fee is gonna feed more than just one person,
What?
which is pretty awesome.
I tell you what, I'm going to see if I can't get a hold of some of these knot tires from Vietnam, and I'm going to bring them with me because I will never have to tie a knot. So, check this thing out.
I mean, it's a pretty wild quality work.
All right, good deal. Brianna, are we going straight into the giveaway? What do you got for us now?
That's awesome.
John, is there any questions?
No question, but I think I am going to enter that tournament. It's 12. I suck. So if I take 12, my boat has a capacity of 17.
Oh, I
so-
thought you were saying the age of 12.
Well,
Since you can
they're
pass for
probably
it now
better.
with that beard
Oh,
shaving.
I greatly appreciate
That baby face.
You only need one good one.
Billy, real quick, we were talking about great stuff to bring along with us to the tournament.
Correct.
Great set of glasses.
100% always.
Cannot forget the Bajíos at home.
Anything you do on the water requires a good set of glasses.
Seriously.
Yeah, fishing, boating, I mean, just not snorkeling.
Yeah. I let someone wear my glasses today on a tour because this was one of those ladies that couldn't see. I mean, look at those 14 dolphin next to the boat. I don't see anything, Cap. There's a glare on the water. I gave her my glasses. Billy, she saw everything for the rest of the day. And then a good trolling motor.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, getting into some move style stuff.
Power pull moves. But yeah, seriously, just bring a good attitude. Go out there, have a good time. It's for a good cause. Great tournament. Been around a long time now.
Yeah.
And we got to
It's gonna be a good
recognize.
time in Homosassa.
Absolutely. So, all right, good deal. Well, we're going to hop into a commercial real quick. And when we come back, our friends from the CCBA is going to be spinning that wheel/reel to see. Oh, wait, we forgot to ask the question.
Oh, that part may help.
The secret question. I had it written down earlier.
Part may
What
help.
is the first place prize for the Homosassa Slam during the CCBA tournament this year? What is the prize for the CCBA tournament for the Homosassa
Homosassa
Slam?
Slam.
The dollar amount I want
One
to hear.
red, one trout, one
Give me 10
schnookums.
people that know that answer. We'll be right back.
Vagabond dreaming takes me through the night. Sipping whiskey by the river, living out of sight. 100 miles an hour in the fast lane. 100 miles an hour toward the light. Anymore when the sun does come. 100 miles an hour in the fast lane. 100 miles an hour in the fast lane. 100 miles an hour till I'm done.
That, yeah. Maybe. There it is. All right. We are just waiting on the list to come through on who may have got that question right. While I have Miss Kayla here, she's going to spin the Reel of Fortune for us. Soon as we get that list.
So, Billy, explain to Kayla how that works. This is our first time.
Yeah. So, with the 10 folks that we have that are all trying to get this answer correct, we're going to end up pairing them with one of our logos on the board.
Okay.
And when you give that thing a true real spin, we're going to make a guess and see who gets it.
12 logos, I just realized. Extreme Decals
There
is
is.
so good. They slipped 2 other logos
They
in
did.
there.
They slipped themselves and us on there. there's 12.
All right, we're looking for 2. Was it 2 more?
Yeah, the 2 more for the 12.
Yeah.
The 10.
We had
2
10.
extra lucky winners.
All right, so again, the question is, what is the first place prize
First
for the
place prize.
Homosassa Slam category for the CCBA tournament?
1 red, 1 trout, and 1 snook.
I think we're not getting a lot of answers because most people are already registered.
That could be
And,
a
I
thing.
know the answer.
That's all right. We'll roll with these ones.
Yeah,
Right.
they should have read the prize give out, though.
And then
Go back
also,
and rewatch it.
don't forget to like and share this live feed, because if your name gets picked, we are not going to let you win this prize. We're going to pick the next person. So
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Also like and follow the CCBA fishing tournament
Yes.
page as well.
Boom.
There it
Because
is.
That's where you can find all the updates. So if there's anything that happens like last year at the tournament, they'll get live updates there, as well as different information for prizes and rules.
are
Nice. Do you guys do a
going
live leaderboard?
No.
No? Okay. Show up to know.
If,
I just get a lot of texts throughout it.
Right.
It's so long.
if you want to know, you gotta go.
That's it.
That should be on a T-shirt.
If you want to know,
Gary.
you gotta go.
All right.
Right here.
All right, we've got 11. So the one that, if it falls on Ozello Keys Marina, then we'll do it again.
Respin on Ozello Keys Marina.
Yep.
Free pass.
That's it. So, Miss Kayla, if you want to give that a good spin.
Whoa,
There it is.
that's the best one yet.
Get them roaring. Bubba. Oh, passed it.
State Farm.
Stop. Matthews State Farm.
State
John, what is his name here?
Mr. Brian Hammer.
Brian Hammer, congratulations.
Very nice,
You just won
Mr.
an
Hammer.
entry to the CCBA fishing tournament.
That's awesome.
So again, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate everything that you all do over the CCBA. Put on a great tournament.
Always
Super
enjoyable.
excited. And thank you for our friends over at Hayabusa for coming on, even though they're out in Dallas. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
So, all right, everyone, thank you very much for joining us on another episode of Fish Talk Live. We shall not see you next Tuesday. Captain Mario, where are you
Right
at?
here.
Why don't
Yep.
you come talk about the seminar?
All right. Well, we got our seminar going at the Cedar River Seafood. It's going to be the Tuesday night, starts at 7. We have a little mix-up with scheduling. It's going to either be Lisa Fitzgerald or James Kerr. We're not exactly sure who's doing it because we're trying to get our schedules straight because
Yeah.
Lisa's all over the place right now. And James may be going on vacation, not sure. So if neither one of those show up, it's going to be me. So I'll do my own. So.
Two good ones. One talks a lot, one talks a little. So.
That's it.
All right, make sure to be there. It's one of the awesome in-person seminars you'll ever go to. Also, real quick, I forgot to say this at the beginning of the show, and I do apologize. Thank you, Captain Mario and the other captains over here at OKM for donating those fishing charters for Brody's competitive flag football travel team. They did really great with it. They
Good.
did the drawings last night. Thank you to everyone that participated in it. That was awesome of y'all. Super appreciative, and we'll have to do something like that again.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll do something. It always comes up. You know, somebody needs something and could use something. So I think that's a good way to do it. The fishing charter guides, they have the biggest heart. So make sure you support them. Book your next trip with Captain Mario, Captain Teddy, Captain Matt, whoever it is. And we really appreciate all of you. And we will not see you next Tuesday unless we see you at Captain Mario's Fish Talk Seminars at Cedar River. Peace.
Doodles.